Well, I've decided I'm just going to fire it up and run it and run it and run it for a bit longer anyway. Have a look. Yeah, clean snapped us a big one off. Hey, you know, but there's no chipping of the little ones. None. So that bigger diameter worked. And as for the big one failing, well, it doesn't get the outside support. And I've got a bigger, a 35 radius is fairly strong. Getting a bigger radius puts more load on those main 10 thou reeds. You know, I could reduce the radius, but then you know, the thrust starts creeping down. If I go larger, the thrust doesn't actually go up much, I found before, but the thrust has gone down from, well, it should have been a tiny bit higher, I think. Maybe the barometric pressure is a bit low today. I haven't checked the barometric pressure gauge. So I tell you what, at this stage though, I'm real happy with that, because one of the things is when you go to a larger retainer, I noticed it's more influenced by the blower. You know, a bit of ram air, and you have to crank the fuel pump up quite a lot more, and without changing the its main jet, so to speak, it doesn't really get a lot of extra fuel, but the pressure gauge has to go right up. I've had it up to like 120 psi just to keep up with the ram air effect, and the thrust was staying around 23 pound, maybe just under that, because of the wind drag mostly over the head and everything. But with this one here, it had a little effect, whether the air was there or not. You know, it sort of stayed around the same thrust, and definitely the fuel consumption's down, because down right, you know, when the blowers are just trickling along, it's sitting on 60 psi there, which is quite low, so it's quite fuel efficient there. And look, this is all pretty cold. None of the little reeds are chipped that I can see. And I'm sure there was another failure going to come up if that one hadn't. So I don't know how long it ran for then, not 10 minutes or more, but I mean, hell, I've had 45 minutes out of an ER90. But as soon as these reeds get bigger in diameter, the load on them just goes through the roof. Daisy reeds then just don't sort of fit the application, and that's where people swap over to Argus reeds, don't they? So very interesting anyway. I'm actually very happy with it. I'm not sure if I should open these holes up a bit more, or, you know, to try to get a bit more power out of it. I'll have to think about that later. Bye for now.